Good morning, students. So today we will be discussing the Newton's third law of motion. Already we have discussed the first law of motion, in which he stated a body that is at rest will continue to remain at rest, or that is in motion will continue to remain in motion unless some external force is applied on it. And in second law of motion, he introduced the concept of momentum, and further elaborating, he found the change in momentum, the rate of change of momentum directly proportional to the force applied. And today we will be understanding the Newton's third law of motion. So this law of motion is very useful in our real life. Like when you hit a wall, your hand, pain starts in your hand due to this only. You are walking on the ground due to this law only. When you fire a bullet from a gun, the gun gives you a backward push due to this law only. So there are so many real life examples that are based on this law. When you are hitting a wall, you are applying some force on the wall, and the same way the wall will apply the force on your hand. If you are applying the force on the wall in that direction, the wall will apply the force in this direction. That means if you apply the force on the wall, that is 10 Newton, in this direction, the wall will apply the force on your hand in this direction, the same 10 Newton force. So the force that we are applying on the wall, that is action force. So it is action force now we are applying on the wall, that is action force. Suppose it is 10 Newton, and this law says the wall will apply the same 10 Newton but in opposite direction, that is on our hand. So this is action force, and the force applied by wall is a reaction force. So there is action force involved and reaction force involved, and he made a law. To every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Equal means the wall is also applying 10 Newton on your hand. Opposite means the wall is applying the force in the opposite direction. You are applying the force on the wall in this direction, and the wall is applying the force on your hand in this direction. So to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. So this is the statement of Newton's third law of motion. So these two forces, they are known as action and reaction forces. Same way, when you kick a stone with some force, you are applying the action force on the stone. According to Newton's third law, the stone will apply the reaction force on your foot. Same force but in the opposite direction. That's why your feet starts paining, because the reaction force is applied by the stone on your foot. And you can also take the example of this. You should take two spring balance, mark it as A and B. Pull the A in this direction, and the spring balance B is attached with the wall. When you are pulling this spring balance in this direction, suppose here the reading is that 20 Newton, because you are applying some force on this spring balance A, some reading will appear on spring balance A, that is 20 Newton. You will observe the same reading will be seen on the spring balance B. Okay, why it is so? Because we are applying the force on spring balance A, that is action force, in this direction. Okay, in this direction. That means spring balance A is applying force on spring balance B in this direction, and the B spring force is also applying force on spring balance A in this direction, So it is applying force in this direction, and it is applying force in this direction. Okay, that's why the reading appears on the spring balance B. We are pulling the spring balance A in this direction. That means A is pulling the B in this direction, and B is pulling the A in this direction. because B is attached with the wall. That's why the same reading appear on the spring balance B. This proves the magnitude of action force and reaction force is same, 20 Newton 20. But the direction of action force is different and the direction of reaction force is different. Okay, that is very important. So the action and reaction forces, they are having equal magnitude, that means equal value, but they act in the opposite directions. So how this Newton's third law of motion applies to our real life examples? When you are walking on the road, your feet is applying force on the ground in the backward direction, that is action force, and the ground applies reaction force on your body, that is opposite to the action force, and you would be able to walk on the ground. So when you intend to walk on the road, when you try to walk on the road, you apply the action force on the ground in the backward direction. You know that, backward direction. According to Newton's third law, the ground will apply the same magnitude force but in opposite direction to your body, and that's why walking is possible on the road due to Newton's third law, like this. We have already discussed this in detail. The action forces and reaction forces are equal in magnitude, but there is a concept. Suppose action force is also 10 Newton and reaction force is also 10 Newton. Suppose you have fired a bullet from gun. Gun is applying 10 Newton on the bullet and bullet is also applying 10 Newton on the gun. But a bullet is covering a large distance, but gun is not covering a large distance. Why this happens? Because the same forces that are acting on the gun also and the bullet also, they are producing different amount of acceleration. That means bullet will have different acceleration and gun will have different acceleration. Why it is so? Because the mass of gun is different and the mass of bullet is different. If we apply the same force on the bullet and the gun, which is actually happening, then the amount of acceleration that is produced in the bullet, that is different, and the amount of acceleration that is produced in the gun, that is different. When you apply the same force on different bodies, the amount of acceleration would be different, and this is the concept why gun recoils. So when you fire a gun, gun applies force on the bullet in the forward direction, that is action force. According to Newton's third law, the bullet will apply the reaction force on the gun with the same magnitude but in opposite direction. But you know the mass of bullet is very less, and if mass is less, F is equal to ma, okay, and F upon A is equal to mass. If mass is less, acceleration will be more. Mass of bullet is less, acceleration produced in the bullet will be more, okay, and in case of gun, mass is more, so less amount of acceleration is produced in the gun, and that's why the gun recoils. According to Newton's third law, the reaction force applied by the bullet on the gun, due to that only the gun recoils, but the gun is not showing so much amount of acceleration, okay. So the reason is that the mass of bullet is less, more acceleration is produced in the bullet. Mass of gun is more, less acceleration is produced in the gun. So according to this law, the gun recoils. So the last concept, when a boat is standing on the shore, then sailor jumps from the boat. Suppose the foot of the sailor applies the force on the boat, like there is a boat. When a sailor jumps, his foot will apply the force in the backward direction. According to Newton's third law, the boat will apply the force on the body of sailor in the forward direction. As a result of it only, sailor reaches on the shore. So he would be able to reach on to the shore. So what we have studied today, third law of motion, the definition, we have came across the definition, and we came to know the action and reaction. They react on the action and reaction forces, they are acting on the different bodies. Magnitude is same but directions are different. And real life examples, walking on the road is possible due to this Newton's third law of motion. and gun is recoiling due to Newton's third law of motion, but less acceleration is seen in case of gun because mass is more, and more acceleration is seen in case of bullet because mass is less. And a sailor is jumping from the boat that is standing on the shore due to this law only. Thank you and have a nice day.